So maybe we should put like the number for social services in there as well, just in case anybody, you know, just wants to go direct and go over there, or even, you know, the police number, just in case.
Zoe Sullivan cannot help herself, can she? Since this police incident, and yes, I'm going to be talking about the police incident again, third video in a row now in actual fact, only because Zoe is talking about it herself, and she's going on about it, she's complaining about it, she's going to tell the world about it, because they got a visit from the police, because they neglect their children, or allegedly neglect their children, and allegedly got a visit from the police, obviously. So, yeah, she's done her weekly food shop, but we're not going to be talking about that, oh no, because during the food shop and the unboxing of the food, it's so exciting, I've got to say, she had a little mini rant, which we're going to cover today.
We have people say that, obviously, I mean, we literally have people at the moment reporting us for everything and anything. I don't understand what's happened to the world. We were just saying this morning how, you know, when we started doing YouTube and everything, it was all kind of, but I don't know, it just seems everything at the moment, just like literally everybody wants to report you for everything.
I'll tell you what that's about, Zoe, right? The fact is, when you started YouTube, it was the height of moronicity, right? Moronicity? Moronicity? Moronicalness. Moronicity. It's the height of being a moron, right? And everybody, every man and their dog was watching family vlogs, and they were like, yes, this is amazing, I want to see what such and such is doing on a daily basis, and all kids everywhere were watching daily vlogs for families, and everybody just loved laptop family vlogging, right? They did. However, as the years have gone on, the tide has changed, right? The wind is changing, and family vlogging is on its way out. Yes, you got in there early, but you didn't do anything with it, and you're too late really to the game, and everything is changing. People are now more aware than ever of the dangers of family vlogging. You may not admit that it's dangerous, but it actually is. And it's not just me that's telling people. There's so many other people talking about this now. Even non-advocates, they just talk about it all the time. Don't put your kids on YouTube. Don't put your kids on Facebook. Don't put your kids... And this isn't just about family vlogging. This is about everybody. Everybody on Facebook now are privating their accounts so that people can't, you know, people that they don't know can't look at their kids, right? And yet you and so many other family vloggers willingly just put your kids out there to, you know, to thousands upon thousands of people, strangers, just to gawk over on a daily basis because, you know, why not? That's your attitude, when really, in reality, everybody else is stopping doing that. And with them stopping doing that themselves, they realise that what you're doing is also wrong. And they're not going to watch, right? And people are being more critical of family vlogging, and that's where you come in with being reported all the time. Now, I don't necessarily agree with you being reported to the police for neglect. Depends what you did, depends what they reported it for. But you're being reported for that reason, because people do not like family vlogging.
Anyway, we have quite a lot of people say that we don't cook anything fresh, and that we feed our kids rubbish and freezer food all the time. Do you know what? It's a balance. Yeah, they do have freezer food. Yep, they have fish fingers, they have chicken nuggets, they have chips. Not every single night is a fresh meal. They have, it's probably half and half.
Is it though? Is it really half and half? I mean, I don't watch the grocery hauls week to week because they're boring as hell. Every time I've seen them, there doesn't seem to be a balance of fresh food or meat or anything protein wise to feed your kids and things to make meals out of, for example, right? You may say you feed them fish fingers and chicken nuggets, which is fair, right? I'm not going to deny you that, but in this day and age where information is just available wherever you want it, right? Online, YouTube, just online in general, there's more options available than just frozen food these days. Frozen processed food, just there's a lot more options. You don't have to feed your kids frozen food. I'm not saying that you shouldn't. I'm not trying to give you like advice on what to feed your children, but I think there's a lot more healthy choices out there that you can put together. You know, after all, you've got 12 children to feed, and they really, yeah, especially the young ones, they need to be fed like half decent food. You know, give them good food choices so they can grow up to have and make good decisions in the future.
To be honest, and you know what, that's okay, and that's how most people live. All right, some people might cook a fresh meal every single night of the week. That's great. I'm sure we'd all aspire to do that sort of thing if we had the time and the space. And
I'm sorry, what does space have to do with anything? What you're saying is that you don't have the space to cook meals on a daily basis. That's what you're saying. So you're saying that your house isn't big enough, your kitchen isn't big enough. But whose fault is that? Right? Nobody told you to have 12 children. You knew when you had child after child after child after child that you would actually have to cook for them, didn't you? Was that in your brain? Yeah. You knew that you would have to cook meals, actual food for these children. Did you not realise you'd have to pay for these children and cook and make and feed them? You didn't think that they maybe might need food after, you know, after a little while at least, you know. And where were you planning on cooking this food after the 12th kid? You didn't think that you might need a little bit of kitchen space. So you must have thought about this before you had the children. Otherwise you wouldn't have had the kids, right?
The money, we'd probably all do that. But you know what? Most of us are just trying to get along.
Again, the money thing, right? You didn't think that you might need money when you had all your children, right? 12 kids. You didn't consider that you might need money in order to feed them and things like that. I get that the cost of living has gone up significantly recently, but surely, you know, you had contingency plans to feed copious amounts of mouths on a daily basis, didn't you? Before you had these children, you didn't think maybe, we might need to feed them. Or what was your plan, Zoe?
And as when the police came round the other week, and we said how one of the complaints is that when people phone the police and social services, etc., is that we don't feed the children well enough. So their actual words were, when I said that we get accused of feeding them just super noodles and nothing else ever, even though all this shopping comes into the house every week, their actual words were, well, fed is best, obviously. You know, they're fed.
Fed is best. Oh, okay, that's a contentious viewpoint. Obviously, feeding is better than not feeding, all right? That goes without saying. Feeding your child rather than starving them to death is always a better choice, definitely. But feeding your kids crap, right, can actually be just as harmful as not feeding them at all. You know, that being said, right, I personally don't think that what you feed your children is necessarily it's definitely not a police matter, right? Unless you are not feeding them at all, I don't think it's a police matter. Is it a social services matter? I'd say no. I'm sorry. I know that's going to go against the grain for a lot of people, but you do feed your children clearly. Whether or not it's the best food or the most nutritious food is up for high debate, but it's just maybe you could do with Super Nanny coming in, or whoever, coming in, give you a little sit down, a little pep talk, say what to feed your children, and things like that. But yeah.
I mean, we don't feed them super noodles every night, but some nights, yeah, they do. And we also have older children. So older children, teenagers, stuff, in and out, jobs, everything else, quite often they make their own dinner. And it's there for them to eat.
Now, you're not going to like this, Zoe, but your very good friend Sarah Ingham has recently told us some very important information about super noodles, right? If you have super noodles 2 times a week or more, then it increases the risk of having a stroke and heart attacks and things like that. Apparently, that's what she says. She can't verify that information, but she says it is. And who's to argue with Sarah Ingham? She is your best mate, right? I'm personally not going to argue with her. She's like a battle axe.
So yeah, we do eat frozen food, and do you know what? I'm not going to apologise for that, because it is what it is. And sometimes we have fresh, cooked from fresh, and sometimes we don't. And there you go. That is life.
But what exactly do you cook from fresh, though? I don't understand, because whenever I see you and your shopping hauls, you never actually have any fresh food to cook, right? There's no meat involved. I think last time there was 1 packet of meat because you were making fajitas, but that was it. And that, there's nothing else to cook. There was nothing to make food out of. All you ever have is pasta and pasta. So much pasta. By the way, right, pasta is not one of the best foods to give to your kids, right? It's very stodgy, very carby, and it's just not a good food, right? I love pasta myself, but I'm just saying that it's not necessarily the best food, right? It's not like the healthy option that you seem to assume it is, just because it's cooked from fresh. If you can cook pasta from fresh, yeah, it's not the best.
So, whatever. It's just normal life. Majority of people, that's how, lots of people feed chicken nuggets. Some people have that sort of stuff every night because that's all they can get the kids to eat. And do you know what? That's okay as well, because at least that kid has a hot meal every single night.
Zoe Sullivan, the food experts, everybody. It's okay if you feed your kids chicken nuggets every single night, because if that's all they're going to eat. That point is very much up for debate at this stage. I think it's been proven. I can't give facts here, but I think, everybody knows that chicken nuggets are not the best food. The amount of chicken involved is not great, and it's a crap food. Right? Don't feed your kids chicken nuggets every night of the week. Just don't. If you can't get your kid to eat anything more than just that, then you maybe bring in an expert or get some help. But don't just settle for that. It's like the people who settle for giving their kids McDonald's every night because the kid, for some reason, and they can't work out why, loves McDonald's. Yeah, I've seen documentaries like this. My point is, feed your kids more healthy options, because they need healthy options, especially growing up.
Or, like in Joseph's case, he won't eat any hot food, but he has a meal every single night. And do you know what? That's okay. So, there we go. It's just my little vent over and done with. It's getting a little bit fed up. It's getting very tiresome. It's getting very, very tiresome. Anyway. We buy what we buy. We buy what we buy. We show you what we buy. We just, if you don't like it, then please. You don't have to like it because you're not here eating it. So you don't have to like it. Anyway.
Excuse me, what if I accepted that invite for dinner, right? And I came round and I had that attitude from you. If you don't like it, off you go. No, I'm the guest, right? I might want some nice, hot, nutritious food cooked from Zoe Sullivan's fair hands, Not just going to show me the door, right?
I'm not going to apologise for what I buy anymore. And I'm not going to try and, you know, I show everybody, it doesn't matter. I can show everybody all the fruit and veg and people will still try and report me for not feeding my kids fruit and veg.
The thing is, Zoe, you do show everything that you buy. And the thing is that you do show everything that you buy. And that's the problem. Because you show all the fruit and veg that you buy, right? Say the fruit, you buy like 6 bananas between the 14 of you for the week, and that doesn't really cut it, does it? And then you got your 6 apples between the 14 of you for the week, then you've got maybe some oranges, but it's always only like a handful of each fruit. And if you add all the fruits up, it equates to like 1 fruit per person per week, and that's not enough. Children need, or everybody needs, 5 fruit and veg a day, right? You've heard that saying, 5 a day, yeah? Well, you're giving them 1 a day. No, sorry, 1 a week. And so that's where people get a bit confused, I think.
So people will believe what they want to believe. They will take whatever narrative they take, and quite frankly, they get a lot of it from other troll accounts. And if that is what, you know, you're going to spend your life watching troll accounts and then reporting us for things.
I'm sorry, what? I'm just sat here minding my own business again. Always just minding my own business. And then Zoe comes along with a little zinger, just to have a little dig. And I'm like, excuse me, I'm not doing anything. I'm just sat here eating my, you know, my apple. Sad little apple. You know, the ones that your kids should be eating. I'm just like... Right, the troll accounts that everybody seems to watch. Right, okay. Who might they be?
Wow, is all I can say. Anyway, we've got Diet Coke. We've got Diet Coke cans. Like I said, I bought some cans for stock up the fridge. They'll last ages.
And then she got back to doing her food shopping haul, which was great. She ended the vlog with a beautiful... I mean, Zoe, you were great. I actually quite liked it. I liked the intention behind it anyway.
Links for everything we do are in the video description below. Maybe we should put like the number for social services in there as well, just in case anybody, you know, just wants to go direct and go over there, or even, you know, the police number, just in case. Just in case you found anything in here that you don't like and you want to report me for. But anyway, other than that, we'll see you in the next video.
Loved it, Zoe. Absolutely loved it. I can't even tell you. So that was Zoe's little rant about the police and the neglect and the reporting and everything else. She keeps going on about it. She can't drop it, can she? Loved it. Anyway, if you have appreciated my reporting of this, please give this video a massive thumbs up, comment all of your thoughts about it down below, and subscribe to the channel if you are brand new. Until next time, have an amazing day, take care of yourselves, and bye bye.